Hey guys, this is Amazing for Bytesized Hosting, and today I wanted to do a quick screencast about how to connect to your Bytesized managed box and how to help you get it up and running quickly. In this demonstration I will show you how to connect to the Deluge webui, how to connect to webVNC, how to connect with a normal VNC client. I will show you how to set up Filezilla so you can transfer the files from your box, and I will also show you how to set up the Deluge thin client. And in the end I'll just run through the site quickly and show you what's what. I've already done the first step, which is signing up for an account, and I'll just be showing you how to order your box once you have a website account. So to do so, either go to the boxes menu and click request a new box, or just do it straight from the dashboard. This will take you to a listing of our current plans. For this demonstration I'll be using a lunch box with 110 gigabytes of space, but it doesn't really matter. And we would always recommend you use Deluge, and I will be doing so, but there are other options as well. Now we can see that we have a deployment pending, and we can see our balance is updated. Normally this would be the point where you go to your finance overview and just pay off your debt, but it would make no sense if I start paying myself, so for now we'll just skip that step and I'll show you what happens once your box gets deployed. At this moment we don't have automatic deployment yet. This means the staffer still has to select the server you're going to be deployed on. This can take anywhere from 2 minutes up to 8 hours depending if somebody is awake. As you can see, our box is deployed by now. It's on Apollo. So if we click through, you go to the boxes page. Let's test to see if our webui is up and running. So just press connect. Let's go back, copy paste the password in, and let's see if it's online. It is. So press connect again, and we should be in, which we are. Okay, let's add a torrent to make sure everything's working. I already selected one. Let's add it, and if all is well, it should start downloading, which it is. So that seems to be working fine. Now there's another way of using Deluge without the webui. It's called a thin client, and just want to show you how to set it up. I already downloaded Deluge on my local PC, and if you start it and you go to the preferences and you go to interface and you disable the classic mode and you ignore this pop-up and you apply it, then the connection manager should show. And what you want to do is add another entry, and you can just copy all the data from your boxes page. So for the host name we'll use the server name, and the port is the daemon port, not the webui port. The username is your username, and the password is the application password. And if all is well and you don't have any firewalls or malware bytes or anything else that could prevent the connection, it should light up green and you should be able to connect with it. And when you do and it's not working, and I'm going to find out why. Okay, so apparently you need to reboot your local Deluge between enabling it and being able to connect to it. But yeah, I did that, so now you can see it's working as you would expect. And the funny thing is, it has like really well done integration. So you can just double click a torrent file and it will just ask you to edit. And if you don't select the same torrent file that is already running, it should edit, which is done now. And it will just download on the Seedbox, but you will be interfacing with it locally. Okay, the next logical step is getting the files off of your box. To do this, we're going to use Filezilla. We made it very easy for you to set it up because there's this big button on your boxes page called Generate Filezilla Settings. And if you press that, it will generate a file for you, and you can import that file into Filezilla. So just let's open it now. Let's go to File and Import. I'm translating this on the fly. If you go to your Downloads folder, you'll see a file. Just double click it, press OK. So we'll mention that it's imported, and when you go to the connection manager, there should be a new entry in there. If you select that entry, it's going to connect to your server, and you'll see the torrents folder, and if you go to complete it, then the files we just downloaded should be there, and they are. And if you press the right mouse and press download, it should start downloading. Easy as that. Okay, let's look at the remote desktop now. We use VNC. Most things you can do without connecting to VNC. There are a few things that are very useful. I'll just show you now. One way of connecting to VNC is through our Java applet, which we host for you. It requires the application password again, and when you copy and paste it in, a screen should appear. So this is your remote desktop instance, and as you can see, the Deluge is running here as well. You can connect to it, and the same data should show up again, which it is. There are some useful tools on here as well. If you want to extract files, there's Xarchiver. We have Toucan, which is the download manager, Zep for downloading Usenet files, and MusicBrainz Picard for if you want to retag MP3 files. There are some other tools as well. You can just check those out at your own leisure, but these are the basics. You're not required to actually use the web-based VNC client. There are actually better clients. One of those clients, let me just get rid of some stuff first, is TightVNC. I will show you how to set it up right now. When you boot it, you just get one input box. It needs two things though. It needs the server name again, and you need to append a colon followed by the VNC display. And if you do that and you press connect, it will ask you for a password, and that's the application password yet again. And if all is well, you are connected to the same screen again. This is just a little, it's a little faster and just a nicer way of connecting to it, but in the end it's all the same. So I just wanted to run you through the site, just to give you a quick demo to know what's where. This is the dashboard. This is the heart of your account. It's very important to keep your eye on the Twitter feed on the bottom, because if your server is in maintenance mode or something crashed, this is the place who will tell you about it. If you're a Twitter user, you can actually just follow us at Bytesized Boxes, but for those who don't, just know that the info is always there. If there are more general things, you can see the news items above the Twitter feed. You can click them to read them. It's very simple. One of the things that you should do when getting your first Seedbox is notifying some trackers. So when you go to My Account and you go to Signatures, you can create a signature that is kind of like proof that you are actually using one of our Seedboxes. So you can just specify some options. I'm not hiding anything, and just create a signature. And once you've done this, you'll get a nice preview, and you can copy and paste the BB code to your trackers and put it on your profile so they know which Seedbox you're using and what the IP is, just as a way to prove you're actually using it. We also have a referral system. It's not so interesting to look at now because I don't have any referrals, but you can refer your friends or enemies or whatever to our services, and for each friend you refer that has an active account, you'll get a 1% discount on your own invoices. So that's a nice way to get some free credits. There are still a few things you could set up. If you have an Android phone, you could set up the Android application. We have an API, so if you know how to code, you can build your own tools that use our website and the data that it has. We have a blog, we have a forum. The most important thing when you need help is the wiki page or the wiki pages. It has a lot of information about what you can do with your account, all kinds of things about joining our help channel or setting up some software, and it's always a good place to start. And if you have any other questions that are not answered in a wiki, we have tickets. So if you just open a ticket, we'll look at it and hopefully help you out. There's also Byte Cards, which is a system so you can gift bite-sized credits to your friends or perhaps trade them. So yeah, just check out the website and see what else is possible.